2015 ጀምሮ እንግዲህ በመላው ሶሻል ሚዲያ ሲናፈስ የነበረው this be soft spoken, elegant, gentle, submissive የሚለው የfemininity movement ከየት እንደመጣ wait, I'm not talking about feminism, okay? And by the way, I do have a lot to say about feminism, but just not today. So, is femininity biblical የሚለውን and እንዲሁም ደግሞ አመጣጡን within 1.5 minutes ባጭሩ እናያለን ማለት ነው። Let's get into it. እንግዲህ የመጀመሪያው የfemininity role was a survivor role that was in back in prehistoric hunter-gatherer era ላይ ነበረ. Of course ይሄ የታወቀ ነው። ወንዶች ያኔ ሄደው hunt ያደርጋሉ። ያመጡትን ነገር ሴቶች ኩክ ያደርጋሉ ነርቸር ያደርጋሉ ልጆቻቸውን. that is obvious. The first femininity was survival era, and then femininity turned into moral and social order, which we see on the ancient civilization, which goes back from 3000 BC to 580, and that was like the Rome, the India, the China, the Mesopotamia, all kinds of civilization. በዛሳት የነበረው they had their own laws and cultures of how women should act. I remember even long time ago Arts of War somebody they said one of the Chinese civilization ላይ ማለት ነው a lady should respect her father, her husband, and then if she's widow, her son. And so just like that, they have so many rules for how a woman should be, and so femininity goes from survival mode into this moral and social order. And as time passes into medieval and Renaissance era, that's right after 580, the idea of Christianity and Islam came, and that's where like ሴት ልጅ ፒዩሪቲዋን ጠብቃ ሆም ሜክ የምታደርገው የሚለው religious faith-based role የመጣው that's on the third era ማለት ነው. That's in the medieval period. So now femininity turned into this sacred softness because of the religion ማለት ነው. እንግዲህ ከዛ በኋላ ወደ 18ኛው ክፍለ ዘመን ነው የሚባለው እስከ 19ኛው በዛ መሀል ላይ ባለው what we call the Victorian era በሚባለው ማለት ነው. What started was this appreciation for femininity as a domestic affection. So this is where the women really, they have to be modest, they have to be perfect, they have to serve men, they had to do all kinds of chores. You see, that's why we said the domestic appreciation. No, that's now the femininity goes into this labor-based femininity. That's in Victorian era. And quickly, በ1950ዎቹ ጀምሮ ደግሞ የማርሊን ሞንሮ ሰዓት መጣ. That's where, okay, you can be domestic, but you can also just show off a little bit. Just maybe do something with your time in the house, or so still they're domestic, but they're willing to go out just a little bit, change their style. Not super modest this time, but so consumer based የሆነ ነገር ሄደው. Of course this is because of marketing, and if women are too modest and they don't do anything, there will be no sales. So just to up the sales and the marketing game, they introduced this, the pearl game, a little bit of more like fashion sense. This type of things happen around 1950s ማለት ነው. እዛማ ወደ 20ኛው century ሲደርስ ምን ሆነ ማለት ነው? ይህ ሁሉ ነገር completely flip አድርጎ ወደ rebellious ወደ መሆን. Femininity change into an optional thing where you can be whoever you want to be, which is feminism. Alright, because now it's really even hard to mention that. Now women fight for their equal job opportunity and so many things, as you know. And then we got into early 2000 where you preach for like luxury femininity. It's like now going back to that soft era, going back to that modest but very cute demure look is like, appreciated, and it's more of like a strategy towards getting some sort of a relationship or some sort of like a class. So, with the celebrity culture and everything, TV, reality shows, all that starts. And then right after 2015, femininity goes to the divine feminine, the trad wife, all types of things that we see now. So as you can see, femininity survival mode ጀምሮ እስከ አሁን divine feminine ምናምን እስከምንለው እስካሁኗ point dress, it have changed so many times. The only thing that haven't changed is the biblical femininity, which is not obviously based on aesthetic, right? And so the characters we see in the Bible, kindness, the wisdom, the strengths, the nurturing part, everything we see from the Bible is the one we should follow. And I feel like I made this idea just to make it clear for all of us, if there is some sort of bijata. I want to make it clear, because if you're Christian, if you're a bit of a faith-based person, and if you see this different types of, I don't know, the pink aesthetic, different types of stuff that we see now, know that it have changed, and it is based on society's culture and not biblical. So if you really want to see biblical thing, it is based on character, not aesthetic. All about reflecting God's image in our action and in our spirit. And I'm sure femininity will go on with its own fakeness upward, but as long as we keep our spirit clean and our action more aligned with what God has tell us to do, I feel like we're gonna be the most feminine woman according to God. All right, and I feel like that's what I aspire to be, and I feel like this is what we all should be. And this video is just to make things clear just a little bit. Anyway, thank you for watching, and this is day 19 of me speaking with the combat challenge. Let me know what you think, okay?